Hello everybody, welcome to a video. My name is Kenneth, aka Aquavita, and welcome to Fuzecraft. So as you can see, it looks a little bit different. And that's because we're in Bedrock Edition. The Bedrock Edition is a really awesome edition, what you can actually play and everything. It's really awesome. Basically it allows me to be able to actually play a lot more without the lag, without the issues, without the major problems that you have in Java Edition. But I haven't just been able to convert the world to Bedrock Edition, meaning we're just inside of the Bedrock Edition world. I've actually, got some add-ons, or whatever you want to call it. What is it? The resource packs? Yeah, the resource packs. That's not the one, that's the one. Wait, I don't have any global resource packs, but I am using the Rainbow XP bar for Bedrock version 1.1.4, the Java chat, as well as the parity Java spyglass. So I'm thinking about actually making this into like a proper pack at some stage by like making it myself. But yeah, the whole thing of Bedrock Edition is that I can actually play it now. As you can see, I got potatoes in my hotbar, or my off-bar. I can't just natively place it. And of course, Java Edition you can. So what you gotta do is type in geyser offhand, and then it goes into your offhand. You sadly can't use it, so if I do geyser offhand for this, I sadly can't, say, use the firework rockets to be able to fly about, but it does mean that I can actually natively put something in my off bar, or my my actual, like, so if I go over to my Enderman Farm, we'll go over there. Oh yeah, by the way, as you can see by that little thing there, the little actual like the loading screen was for the end, and I think that's the only real difference from what it is. There's probably a little bit more differences as such and all that through the way it works. Also, I don't know why I was having, there you go. Also, I moved to every single like area down here in the actual Nether area, because I was going to convert the whole world to Bedrock Edition, but I worked out that I can actually just natively play in Bedrock Edition for when we're playing. What means that any time that I need something done properly, or say I can load up my girlfriend's PC, so say I can actually have my girlfriend's account in spectator mode above here, and then I can actually show myself hopping in. Those sorts of things are really good. I'm not sure why it's lagging at the current moment. I think there's just a few issues with the plugin or something. But as you can see, we're in the end dimension. What we have a actual Enderman Farm. What means that we should be able to now go here, drop down here, and we should be able to survive that. No, we can't actually. Okay, so we're going to have to actually change the water drop systems, because I haven't actually tested that. If we now turn our actual pickaxe into our offhand, and of course eat up, what we can do is, one, the Enderman heads don't fully work. I'm going to have to do some new system for that. But as you can see, we're of course having the actual Java Edition spawns. But we're in Bedrock Edition, what means that we get to swing around, we get to take all of it. It also does it in such a way that I can actually whitelist people from like Bedrock Edition easily. All it does is put a dot in front of, it normally puts a dot in front of your name, but as you can see, it was .aquavitauk3628, what is normally my username. But actually, the whole thing of it, if you link up your Java Edition account to their service of Geyser, what it allows you to be able to do is technically play on your Java Edition. So I'll have all these things in my Java Edition. Also, this should be healing up now. I added on MCMMO at the current moment, because I'm like, well, we'll try it out. We can always remove it later down the line. The main problem with, of course, using this sort of thing, this aspect, is that I'm going to be stuck with this world for a few extra days, maybe 4 to 7 extra days, in the current version of 1.17.1, till we update to 1.18 at some stage when that drops. So not a major issue. I guess there's a slight issue with that, but Fuzecraft is going alright, and as you can see, we've repaired up our pickaxe, and we can just swap them over. We can also just generally hold the shovel and anything else. Also, that gives us a new skill, what is basically like a bat whack sort of thing, isn't it? So yeah, as you can see, there's the bar as well. What is our reload time for our actual hitting thing, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there's a lot what actually goes into this. It took me a while because I didn't know how it sort of like worked or how I can make it work or anything yesterday. But if I drop all of these, I can then head up, and that would be good. So head up, and I think we are going the speed that we're meant to be inside of this. So yeah, there seems to be a problem with the water stuff. I'll probably just add in an extra drop water thing to be able to make sure that I save myself just before I actually get down. Is that I might just leave it just because I can't be bothered to actually change it. There's only a few of them in the world. Just make sure that any new ones don't do that. So heading back to the overworld, we're back here. And yeah, so that basically shows that I can actually do it. I actually put in a lot of my stuff into this chest. So I think there's a small lag issue at the current moment. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I'm level 30 whatever, and 49 whatever, anything else that I had in my inventory just a second ago. So it did open them. So this is my inventory at the current moment. Of course, like you can see, there's very basic things or whatever. I'm just going to straight away hop over to Java Edition, and you can see the exact same thing. What I'll do is, well, I can look at that and do that. So we're in F1, and I'll see you in Java Edition. Okay, so we're inside of Java 1.17.1, and if we log into the server, what is just here, we should get the exact same view. So, and there you go. So we're inside of the actual Java Edition. As you can see, we are running at a measly 30 FPS. We're getting there. We're fine. We're logging in and everything. So this is Java Edition, what it natively runs on. What means that we should be able to run better, to be honest. But it seems like a lot of Java Edition's like native things are very laggy, very awful, and stuff like that. But yeah, as you can see, this is my preferred version, but it runs at a good 18 FPS a lot of the time, and means that we will run into issues. But of course, we can swap it all across. This is my inventory, what I should have had in Bedrock Edition. There's the exact same thing of up at the top. I should have the exact same number that I would have had on the actual area. And then, of course, this is all Java Edition, so I can come up to my Menden villager, get all my Menden stuff. So if I wanted to get some more emeralds and I could actually, maybe I have enough emeralds for that. Emeralds, there you go, my emeralds. And then we come over here. I think we need books as well, so that's the main problem. So do we have any books? Book. Let's look for books quick. There you go, some books. There you go. So yeah, basically the whole thing of like Java and Bedrock is that both Java and Bedrock players can now play the world natively. That is the wrong one. That is the correct one. So Menden. I guess I get one more Menden. And hopefully that villager levels up. We have a full Menden shulker box. What is insane, actually. That's pretty insane. As well as we got some spare Menden ones, so we can always add Menden onto other tools eventually. We have Depth Strider and also glass, so not too bad. We've got a few bits. We can also convert paper into emeralds if we really want to, but we'll just like leave some emeralds there at the current moment. But yeah, guys, the whole thing of like how Java and Bedrock kind of functions together and works really well together, actually, with like Geyser and everything. And the main problem with, of course, using Geyser is now I can't use things like data packs as much. I have a few data packs what I do use in, of course, Java Edition. I'm not sure if there's a way that I can add in some form of like add-ons into Geyser and do that. Maybe I'll have to look into that and everything. But yeah, this is my train station that I'm starting. Of course, I got a few bits for this to complete or fix or even just demolish the whole thing. But I got a few plans for the whole world and everything, so we'll start getting into all of that. But yeah, let's actually head off to Bedrock Edition to, of course, improve our FPS and everything. Or is our FPS is good, actually. I wonder if it's because we're using a native Java client. So I done all of this because I actually was using my Java client from, what was it, CurseForge. So I was using the CurseForge client originally, what has a few extra things to be able to actually help me out and improve things in general. Like such as the actual native backgrounds stuff and everything. I'm guessing that me converting to the actual Java 1.17.1 normal stuff is actually a lot of an improvement for FPS. So I technically don't have to use Bedrock Edition, but it's now there, what means that I can now use that for Bedrock Edition clients, such as my girlfriend's one, what I'll actually show you off. What I'm going to do is start converting a lot of these into chests themselves. That's why I have some chests. So what I'm going to do is basically do this concept of take certain things and put them into chests. What I'll do is along that wall, because of course all of this is all over the place at the moment, and I have this one was a jumbled mess, and I can probably make all of these a jumbled mess. So what I'll do is start sorting it out all over there, and what I'll do is get my girlfriend's account all the way up there, and we'll just record a time-lapse of this. So I'll see you in a moment once I complete this. Hello everybody, welcome to a time-lapse chat. So this is where we try and time-lapse and talk about things as fast as possible to be able to actually get through everything whilst we're doing the time-lapse. It's an amazing time-lapse, I'm glad it went through and everything, but we're not here to be able to talk about the time-lapse. We're here to talk about Comic-Con. So I went to the London Comic-Con 2021. I'm not sure if it's a specific thing, but I went to the Friday Comic-Con thing in London. Never have been to a Comic-Con in any form of way, unless it was like the small town one, it's literally just like one little room, like hardly any size and everything. I had one of the doctors there at some point, and it was one of the original doctors, so didn't really know, but yeah, that was an amazing time. Well, Comic-Con in general was an amazing time in London, huge venue and everything, so I was very anxious, but it's a very amazing time. I'm glad my girlfriend took me there and everything, and I definitely now want to go to Minecon, even more than I've always wanted to. I've been wanting to go to Minecon since I ever heard of it, but now it's called Minecraft Festival or something. I'm going to call it Minecon. It's easier to call it Minecon because it makes more sense. So I want to go to Minecon now, and now I have to save up to Minecon for next year if I'm going to go, because that's the first time it's coming back again, and it's supposed to be around the time that we get some sort of announcement or something, I believe. There's supposed to be some form of announcement, but the problem is I need to get a passport, because I've never travelled abroad, except from, unless you count a part of the UK, what is Wales. I've been to Wales, and I live in England. I don't think most people count that as a separate country fully, because of course you don't need passports to be able to go there. I guess if you're abroad, like if you live somewhere else like America or something, you'll count as a different country. But yeah, now I want to go to there. I'm glad that I went to Comic-Con though. It was a long day. We woke up at like 5 a.m. and then we ended up back, and then we didn't go to sleep till like 11 p.m. and I was so tired. But amazing time. I'm glad Ash took me, and I love you, baby. If you're listening to this, thank you so much. I'm going to have to repay you by taking you to a venue or doing something for Halloween. Maybe once this is released, I've done something for Halloween for you. So, yeah, back to the actual main video. No more personal messages or anything, so see you there. So I hope you actually enjoyed that time-lapse. I wanted to kind of see how it would work and everything. There was a few issues that I seem to have gotten from it, as you can see. This is what it looks like now instead of it all in the center, so not too bad. It's most of the way there. I just need I guess fire charges are good enough, and we are going to go get the Eye of Edit. So what we're actually going to be doing now is trying to find a second stronghold, because of course with our first stronghold, what we are currently slowly building into a base, we're of course building it into a base. We can't really do much with that. And I want to create something called a sand duper, what is a way of being able to take off. Oh, I need mushrooms. Maybe I should bring some mushrooms and some bone meal so that I can actually do this. So I need red mushrooms and some bone meal to be able to actually make the sand duper. In fact, we don't need that straight away. Actually, we might as well carry on going through, and then we got to create the nether portal so that we can come through, and then we'll have to, of course, go further into it. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot like that. We're going to just be creating this thing. I believe there's one over this way, so once I get there, we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, after a little bit of exploring, I've actually found it. So what I done was come through this cave system all the way through here. Basically, I knew that it was around here somewhere. I mined down near the surface just so that I could actually get down here, because there was tons and tons of water above this place. And I couldn't see it from the surface, so I had to come down a safer way. So I just made like a fort, what was it, a fort, like a hole like that, and just kind of stood in the middle and just done all of that. So it wasn't straight down. So this should be, we're going to have to fight. Oh hey, how's it going? Don't mind me. There you go. Yeah, so the whole thing of like trying to find the portal now. So this is the main entrance. So okay, well, we don't have to find the portal room anymore. Let's mine this because I don't want it. You okay, buddy? Oh, we got a head now. Okay, so yeah, did we get really? Let me see. We got super unlucky, guys. Luckily, we had a farm for all of this, so we could actually do this. But my farm actually got destroyed, so now we can actually put all of this in. So we'll wait. Well, I should have left that one open, not that one. But yeah, we're gonna basically clear out this area eventually. So what I'm gonna do is, it's within 2 chunks or something I need to be in. So yeah, I can put a portal like right here. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna make it a 3x portal just for the hell of it, because I like the 3x portals instead of the 2x portals. So let's do this very quickly, and then we can head on into well, we can rather head into that portal. Actually, we need to go to the nether so that we can actually sort out this portal to make it up to the nether area. So yeah, here you go. Let's mark down the coordinates quick. So don't need the sandstone. Let me just also light up the area slightly so that I don't get destroyed when I come back through, when I need to use the sand duper. Because that's... Oh, there was an entrance there. So, yeah, the whole thing of, like... I missed a creeper. The whole thing of actually using a sand duper, it can also be used for things like... I probably won't use it for anvils unless it's decoration purposes, but you can use it for concrete. As well as things like gravel and stuff. So it's a really good thing for generalized use. I really am not doing this well today. So yeah, it's really good for generalized use of gravity blocks and all that. And I believe you can also create a what's it called? You can actually create a full blown, instead of just a like sand duper and everything. I believe you can also create carpet dupers. So I'll have to look into that a little bit. So let's see what the coordinates are here. So it's okay. Let me just write that down quick. Okay, so we've made it into the nether now. So we're just destroying the portal. We don't really need the obsidian. I just want to destroy the whole portal because why the hell not? It's really annoying that these sorts of portals just kind of stay here. And also, I wish the ruin portals kind of did become, like, lit when you came into the nether. Knowing that you can move the portal frames and everything anyway, it would be just a really cool, like, kind of feature of, like, oh, look, a ruin portal appears. Like, or, like, a fixed ruin portal as such. So we got to go all the way up to y equals 100. And then find the coordinates that we're going to be finding. So it's going to be a little bit of mining, and I'll get back to you when I actually get to Y100 and hopefully the actual coordinates. So we'll level up our little MCMMO. What I'm not sure if we're keeping or not, but it's an alright thing. After some maths and everything, after we literally got up to here, this is y equals 100, and then we were able to find out this point, and then we found out that this point is the correct point that we should link up. So hopefully this links up to the main portal, and it does. So that means that what we can do is light that when we need to. So I'll actually mine out all this area, bring all the stuff that we need to, because we need to light this portal. Then what we need to do is break these points here, 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 and here. If we want to do a 4 wide portal, we can even just do 1 for the moment. And then in the actual end itself, we'll have to actually create the portal things that we want to create, but we'll have to make a chunk loader here. So that will be a really cool system to be able to actually create, because we have to actually be in the end to be able to actually make sure that it's actually loading. So we're going to have to clear out this area at some stage, but we got all our stuff. We should be able to go through this portal again, and then we just have to basically link up the whole portal system together. So if we go to -100, should we go from -100 downwards this way? No, we should go this way, all the way down to 0, so we'll have to mine out this area. So, I'm going to try and link it all the way up to the main portal system, and I'll be right back once I completed this, so it shouldn't take too long. Okay, so I've actually connected it up. We're using our little last rocket here. This is, of course, the main area. Let me just get one of my rockets. There you go. So this is the area what is near the 0, point in the nether. So this right over here should be where our little ladder is, and where I've like got a few bits what's stored there. And that's our little ladder to go up and down in the nether. Probably going to make some others at some stage, but if we come across here, this right here, this one right here, this is the spawn. And then if we come this way, and then turn in right here, and then we go through here, right through, hopefully not die, is the end portal. So we're actually quite close to the other end as well, so that they're not too distant apart, right here, so as you can see. So I'm going to have to look at the tutorials of it, because it's from Shulkercraft. The tutorial is very simple for the most part. I believe I just need some slime blocks, what I do have, or I can even use honey blocks, I believe, what I don't have as many of, so probably going to be slime blocks. So I'll do this one with slime blocks, probably this one, I'll do all three at some stage, but I'm definitely going to have to like block up this one, light up the whole room, expand the room as much as I can, almost drop down again. Expand the room as much as I can, as well as see what I can do. So I'll be back once I finish one of the machines, hopefully. Okay, so we're here inside of the amazing place, and this is the sand duper, or the entity duper. I worked out you can't duplicate anvils on it anymore, or it would have been a case at some stage. I think it was just some weird update or something they've done to the system, just stopping you from duplicating anvils. Makes sense, to be honest. Like, I was just doing it to try and see if I can create like rails through anvils, because I know commonly rails are anvils inside of most Minecraft worlds, because they look like the actual train things. But yeah, this is what I created, what is the sand duper, or the duplication machine each side. Very simple to create. I'll leave a link down in the description, if I remember, to the Shulkercraft tutorial of how to build this. You can build it on not just the left and right, but you can build it on the front and back as well. I guess the only problem would be actually getting into the portal, so you might have to make a drop down area for you to like drop down into the portal. But I'm sure that's not like too bad to be able to actually do. But I've got a few bits of white concrete powder at this point, because of course I sat at the machine. And the thing is, you got to create, so when doing this machine, you got to actually do multiple things. And one of the main things is create this chunk loader. So if I press F3 and G, you can see the chunks. This is inside of the chunk of most of the portal. The main problem, I think, what is the main problem, is that this one little part of the circuit is not a part of it. But then this one should work. And say if I turn this one on, let me just make sure that I set my spawn, just to be able to make sure. So, now we're here. If I turn on this system and just let it carry on going, so there you go, it's operating, so it's duplicating. If I jump through, it'll do its initial push. Where's the rest? It's supposed to just like appear and carry on going on one of the directions. Also, this is the new system that I've made here. Let me go turn that off, or fix it, or whatever I need to do, because I probably need to fix it, to be honest. Yep. So it's now broken the system, and if I do this, that's what it does. So if it's sand, make sure to use a silk touch pickaxe to make sure that you're not wasting it and turning it into. I get you've duplicated it, but just make sure that you don't end up with what's it called? I got it in here somewhere. But yeah, I got every single type. I've made every single type of concrete powder. So if I get 6 in here, I can put it in here, as well as anything else I can actually get, because a London trader came by when I was in my home. So I got some red sand, some gravel because I had some gravel, some sand because I had some sand, and now it means that I don't have to go anywhere to be able to actually do this. What means that I could say sit here for a little bit, reaccumulate all the sand that I took from the desert, go back to that desert, refill the desert with the sand, and then that means that I can just continuously get in sand from this. Hopefully it never breaks. Hopefully it doesn't break in the next update or something, because that's right around the corner. It shouldn't. There isn't too much redstone things happening soon. But yeah, what I do is I log in with the Bedrock account, sit here, I go through myself, so I'm on this side, and then the Bedrock account will flip the switches so it then starts the actual operation and doesn't break. I've created a system for this. I'm slowly making it so that I'll get some slabs or whatever. I'll get something, probably some slabs actually, and then slowly get myself down there as much as possible without having the drop system. It's that I can just move the whole thing backwards a little bit. But if we come down here, this is where all of our stuff comes. And I was AFK for probably about an hour, and I ended up with quite a bit of the actual white concrete powder. So I'll just chuck some in here because I don't want to be carrying it around. Also, I made like a really good like thing there just to be able to actually make sure that I have everything safe. So if we put all the white concrete powder there, we don't have to carry it around. So yeah, we can sit in this system and we can place the concrete powder on like our offhand and then mine it. Of course, you can't do that in Bedrock Edition, but we're going to be slowly expanding this whole like thing, probably making sure that it's spawn proofed at the same time for Enderman and all that, because if I want to cover this whole place with concrete powder or concrete in general, it's probably good to actually make it safe for most players. That's why I'm basically trying to put all the buttons around here. Of course, these buttons on the left here is to actually break the sand. So that what the sand does, or the sand or the concrete powder, it say hits up here, it falls, and then it hits down here, and it just goes through to the hoppers and will go to the chests and go all the way down to the bottom of the chest. Eventually, I could create a switch or something for it to chuck out all of the concrete powder. All the concrete powder then comes to maybe over here or something, or maybe over here, or maybe over there, or both sides, or whatever it is. And then what I can do with it is, whilst it's duplicating, I can then create it all into the actual concrete itself. That will be a really cool system. Of course, I'm going to do the stair system this way as well. If I can actually jump up it, it might be a little bit more helpful. So yeah, of course, the end, of course, has had a few projects going on in it for a while. None of them complete because they're very high-end projects. So one of them is mining down all of this, then putting all the so mining it all down so it's like a pyramid sort of thing. So what it is put all the buttons or glass on top of it. I was turning it into buttons from glass because it was just like, I want to save glass. Now I have a duper. I could technically turn around now and just go, you know what, I don't want buttons because they look very ugly and very much hurt your eyes half the time. I want glass, what still hurts your eyes, but still doesn't look ugly. So yeah, maybe use that system instead and maybe push all of this up or something. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing here anymore. So let's head on back. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been working on that, seeing how I can actually work it. And yeah, I had to make sure that this whole place was lit up, because I had a problem where my alt account was slowly getting killed by zombies and stuff like that, so I had to make sure that it was actually in here and could operate without me actually doing anything. The alt account that I have is just another like Microsoft account. Here's the actual like system what puts through items or whatever. I should probably fix it at some point. I don't know why there's an issue with it. I'm not sure if it's the clients that I'm using or if it's just a generalized issue with that whole system, because it should work because it's always automatically on. And knowing that it didn't work, Seems like a problem. Unless I have to go through the portal at a certain time or something like that. I'm not sure. But if we head on back, then we should be able to come through the portal, and yeah. But sadly, everyone, that is all we have time for in this episode. The great thing about it is that I'm going to try and start working on the episodes more and see what I can actually do for the series. I actually have the migration cape. I actually migrated both my accounts to one account, so I ended up messing up one of my accounts because I overwritten it. So this cape should be worth two. But yeah, if you actually want to check out the series and everything, then there's the original episode, what came out a few months ago, and then we're going to be working on more, as well as go check out Shulkercraft's, like Sand Duper, whatever you want to call it, in the description, because it's a very good thing. It's only for Java Edition, so it won't work on Bedrock Edition, but on my server, everything works for both Java and Bedrock. Yay! So, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, like if you liked, dislike if you disliked, as well as comment down below what you actually want me to do inside this series. Maybe even name some of the dogs. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. No! No! No!